Hello everyone, today we have a deck that was created by Shang Enjoyer or Meliodas on Discord, and I happened to stumble upon it on Untapped and absolutely love it. This is one of those decks that when it has the element of surprise, you can generate so many high cube, high stakes games, a lot of 4s, a lot of 8s. If you can play it right, you can win a lot of those as well. Because you can always generate high cube games, you just can't always win them. This one can win them as it has the element of surprise of just bombarding the board with so much power at the end of the game. So the main idea of the deck is to kind of slow play the first few turns, probably the first even like 4 or 5, and then just flood everything onto the board on 6. We have Symbiote Spider-Man. He is probably the hardest thing about this deck, but also one of the strongest. So Symbiote Spider-Man can be used very creatively in a lot of situations. So whether he's used to merge with an Iron Fist so that you get a double movement trigger onto a Human Torch, you can use him to actually merge with the Human Torch himself into a follow-up Ghost Spider to pull the Human Torch, which is now the Symbiote Spider-Man. It will double up that power. You can use him to merge with Gwynpool. If you don't have your movement pieces and you just need higher power that you're going to be throwing onto the board, you can have a double trigger of Gwynpool, play Symbiote Spider-Man on 4, Gwynpool on 5, or one that I happen to find throughout the video is you can merge him with Hydra Bob and then snap him out of a losing lane into a winning lane instead, and it gives you some kind of flexible high power variance or movement that is very, very welcome and very helpful in finding those wins. The rest of the deck is looking at those small movement pieces. So the Rania, Human Torch, Ghost Spider, Iron Fist, all of those working together to buff up the Human Torch, which we drop pretty much all of those besides Rania on the last turn of the game. We have the Hydra Bob, Titania, and Ebony Maw just as fantastic high power 1-cost cards. We have Black Swan to make those 0, which is the bread and butter of the deck. The creator actually told me if somebody snaps you before you have Black Swan in hand, most of the time you just end up retreating for 1. You kind of mitigate and cut those losses. Black Swan isn't necessarily required to find a way to win, but it does help your flexibility in being able to answer whatever the opponent has so much. We have the War Machine, which helps us be able to play the Ebony Maw on the last turn, be able to play the Infinite along with our zoo of 1-cost cards, which can pump out so much power. And you have the added benefit of being able to choose where that power goes much later in the game than what the opponent does. And so sometimes the opponent will set up a big power play, and all you have to do is outshine one, and then you can kind of steal the other one away just because you know where to better position your power based off of the information that you have from their cards. Overall, I've had an absolute blast with this list. If you're looking for something a little bit different, definitely check this one out. If we start seeing more Mobius in the meta, run away from this one. You just put it back in your back burner, keep it built, and then pull it out whenever Mobius kind of disappears. And after an ample amount of time to have that surprise factor again, so you can once more steal those big cube games. We're going to go ahead and jump over into a couple of games. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I hope you guys enjoy. We have the Symbiote Spider-Man potentially merging into Iron Fist. Could be really good. As you just saw in the last game, if this is in order, I don't know. Symbiote Spider-Man and Hydra Bob can be kind of fun to see. And then a few other cheeky ways to do it. Let's go ahead and play Aranya. I'm going to go Hydra Bob, so we get 2 draws here. That way we kind of give ourselves a better chance of finding the War Machine line or Human Torch or whatever we need to. There's the War Machine. What a beautiful sight to behold. The Luna Snow is fine. I'm guessing that they're running an Infinite Ultron list still. And so probably still stacking that up some, but let's go War Machine into mid. That opens up our realm of possibility. The bad thing is we won't fill up the left lane, so a Symbiote Spider-Man over there is a little bit iffy. But we have a 2 out of 4 chance to draw Infinite by the end of the game. We have the Black Swan discount. And so I'm going to go ahead and snap into it. We also have a good chance to find Human Torch. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile. Although Hydra Bob does hop here, which is a little unfortunate. Hops into mid. It's fine. We're okay with mid. So the Gwynpool. Not. We probably didn't want Gwynpool in this scenario. We need an Infinite, I think. I think Infinite is going to be what we need to see happen. All right, let's activate the Black Swan. We go Symbiote Spider-Man. See. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can outshine them. Ravona and Moonstone, so doubling up on the Ravona discount, which is very similar. This may be the deck that I had posted a couple of days ago for the Infinity Ultron. So it could be looking at the Moonstone with... What else? I think we just win mid. I don't think there's any way that they can overpower us mid. So I think Infinite... We go last, so... Infinite... How about we go... Titania, Infinite. It's not going to have room to move, so it just gets the +1. Fine. And then we'll go Ebony Maw and Titania. Throw an Iron Fist last for good measure. We do end up getting the retreat, the 2 cubes. We just had the setup. We had the Infinite just a bit too strong. We'll take it. Let's jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have Jocko. The first location, the raft. We could force it and push for it. I don't know that I want to, though. I mean, I guess we'll see. We always have the Hydra Bob that can move out. It's just not, it's kind of weak, though. And so Agent Venom, we have like the small soldiers deck, which has been gaining some traction. It performs very well. And it has a very consistent power output within it. What if we did Aranya, Hydra Bob, and Ebony Maw? Get the free raft resource. We pretty much just let our resources kind of build back up from here. And then we have the Hydra Bob that we can snap him out of that left lane whenever is best. Which this is not it. We're gonna skip here. We can also skip on 5 into 6. And then we have the Infinite, the couple of movement cards, the Doctor Doom. We have a really big output here. I almost want to snap here. Snap and move the Hydra Bob. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. That guarantees that the Hydra Bob goes into Dream Dimension. It's always going to go into the Dream Dimension, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and intern. So Hood, big. They have 1 demon so far. I'm sure that they... Ooh, into the Cosmo. Okay. It's fine. We just have to play Doctor Doom somewhere else if we're wanting to push it there. Ooh, Iron Fist is nice. So let's go ahead and go Black Swan. Oh, oh. That's rude. That snapback from Jocko is so rude. That means Hydra Bob is just going straight back here. Well played, sir. You're still going to have to overpower the extra 4 there, so it's... I mean, maybe a Sage. And then Juggernaut, right? You always have the Juggernaut for mid. I don't know. Maybe we can fill up the right lane and stick like our Doctor Doom or something there. Or if we have priority, Doctor Doom could spread out that power as well. Sheesh. It was a good snapback. I can't be mad at him for it. The big Sage coming in. And so that overpowers the left lane. They do have priority going into the final turn. Sheesh. Okay. So, the last card we played was Ebony Maw. I wish we could do some maneuvering of these cards around, but it's just not in the wheelhouse. So we're going to have to think bigger. Can they do more than 10 power with the Juggernaut? Maybe. Oh, we want to do this a different order too. Hold on. We can position this a little bit better, can't we? So... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's the one. No, they went full on right. Wait, what? Okay, so they have the Athena. We have Infinite. It wasn't the Juggernaut play that I was worried about. We do get the Human Torch movement. Oh, man. I was stressing so hard. And I think it's just a simple win. My goodness. We just outshine the right lane dramatically. We have the mid at 11 power. We grab the 8 cubes against rank number 8, Jocko. Oof. I really thought a Juggernaut was coming down, and so that was raking my brain. We'll gladly take the 8. Let's jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have Fuzzy. First location, Machine World, not great for us. Because we typically want to have a close to a full hand, and so if they kind of catch on to that, then they can kind of abuse it. We could potentially go Ebony Maw. Oh, wow, they go Fenris into Machine World is kind of crazy. Wow, and then Weird World, we draw a Shang-Chi, but that's it. Because we kept our hand relatively full. Let's go Ebony Maw left. I'm going to go Fenris right, I guess. Just to clear up some space in our hand. The Starbrand, actually, we can knock that out with Shang-Chi and then bring it back onto our side with the Fenris. Not bad. This is turning into not a half bad game. The War Machine or Symbiote Spider-Man. I like the Symbiote Spider-Man better here. And the reason for that is... So Shield's gone, Starbrand's negative downside is gone as well. The reason I like the Symbiote Spider-Man is if we end up like Ghost Spider, we could merge a Human Torch into the Symbiote, pull him, and it'll double up on it. But I do want to go War Machine so that I can play into the left. We can also go Iron Fist into double movement, which is another kind of fun, tricky line. I'm going to go War Machine into... I think a Hydra Bob Snap is what I want to do. Now, they could have Killmonger, which is a little bit scary. But let's go ahead and snap it out. With the Hydra Bob movement, that'll be good. Whether it's left, mid, I don't care. Ideally left, but mid would be fine as well. So let's go Sarah left. How big of a counter tool are they going to have? Killmonger could be scary, for sure. Oh, man, and we have priority, so... Yeesh. So if I went Iron Fist... No, I need more space. I could go Human Torch... Symbiote Spider-Man merge. Ghost Spider yank. Doesn't matter what lane, really. I don't think. Shang-Chi into Fenris activate. Now the problem is if they have Killmonger, we're drawing dead. But I'm gonna give it a shot. So the Human Torch, we merge into the Symbiote Spider-Man. It ripped the Symbiote Spider-Man over, so it's 18 power left. Probably overkill, but it is what it is. And then Shang-Chi plus the Fenris revive. They could have a Shang-Chi targeted for us in the right lane. It's Marvel, big. Titania is fine. On the left, anyways. Sam Wilson is fine in the right lane. What do they have in mid? Lizard. Lizard is absolutely fine. We swing the right lane because of their Fenris. The Miss Marvel almost gave them the reach that they needed. Had they played Titania right, they could have got the 4. We will gladly take it. Let's go ahead and jump over into one more. All right, next up we have Athena. The first location lets you Gia. It's fine. We have a Black Swan. We have Symbiote Spider-Man. Black Swan going into nowhere is beautiful. And then we have the Symbiote Spider-Man Ghost Spider pull with the Human Torch to the left. Honestly, I want to snap here. Unless they have a Mobius, we have a really good starting hand. And I hope that we get to see it play out. But I would be kicking myself if I did not snap this. So Scream, oh no. Well, that's scary. Just because they can disposition our cards in a way that is very, very tough to handle. So I'm going to go ahead and skip. Polaris, of course. So now Black Swan is not beyond corruption, I suppose. We could go Gwynpool. We can also still go like Symbiote Spider-Man mid. And then just give up on the Scream lane, and we're looking to compete the other ones. That's what I'm going to do. With the intention with Symbiote Spider-Man here to merge on the last turn into Human Torch and then yank it out. Now, of course, they could have... Now, of course, they could end up having, like, Arrow. Arrow would be the one that we'd be worried about. Stegron, not so much, but Arrow for sure. We do last minute get the War Machine, which helps us out a lot, being able to do the Infinite on this final turn. I guess we could have just skipped here and done the Infinite anyways. But if we draw Ebony Maw, then we still get we can still play it. So we have the Black Swan activated. Let's go ahead and end here and see if they end up having the arrow or not. Lady Deathstrike. Okay, that's fine. Fine and dandy. They could have a Killmonger, because with the Lady Deathstrike, I typically only see that in the Uncle Ben version. I call it the Rice version. I typically only see it in that version, and that would mean that they have a Killmonger potentially at hand. So what if we did... They could do... Oh, man. I'm a little bit hesitant on Symbiote Spider-Man at any point here, because they could do a Magneto and just pull him away. So do we rely on the Symbiote Spider-Man or not? I don't think this... I think this version runs Cannonball. Unless they've changed it up on me. So Human Torch, merge... Oh, that bug's frustrating. Okay. So Human Torch, hold it to activate, hopefully. We will... 7, 8, 9. This goes to 18. We'll yank it over to the right. We do Infinite left. We can go ahead and do Titania and then Iron Fist left as well. That's what we're going to lean in on. They could have a Cannonball that they throw into the War Machine lane. Yeah, there's the Cannonball. Do we outpower that? I think we do with the Human Torch move, but let me... I didn't specifically do the math for it, because with the Ghost Spider, it's what, 18? And so the Titania pushes us up over that ledge just ever so... I guess we only needed 2 to overpower it. And so we hurtle over that ledge. We have 25 in the right, 22 in the left. We will gladly grab the 4 cubes. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and end the video. A lot of really high cube, high stakes games today. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. This has been TLSG. Later, guys.